The truck's engine sputtered to a halt in the dusty driveway of Willow Creek Ranch. And I stepped out, my boots crunching on the gravel as the weight of my decision hit me like a freight train. I'd left behind a life in Chicago, my family's suffocating expectations, the fiancé who'd proposed out of convenience rather than love, and the gnawing secret I'd buried deep inside for years. But nothing prepared me for Valentina, the ranch foreman, who strode over with a confident gait, her dark eyes locking onto mine as if she could see right through my facade. And in that instant, I knew my so-called fresh start was about to unravel into something dangerously real. My name is Trinity Harper, and at 28, I thought escaping to Montana would silence the voices in my head. The ones whispering that I didn't fit into the perfect daughter mold my parents had crafted. They wanted me married to Ethan, the safe choice from our church community, but every time he touched me it felt like a lie. As Valentina extended her hand, calloused from years of hard work, her grip firm and warm, a spark shot through me that I'd only felt in dreams I dared not acknowledge. "Welcome to Willow Creek, Trinity," she said, her voice smooth with a hint of a Texas drawl that made my stomach twist. "I'm Valentina Ruiz, your boss. Hope you're ready for real work. None of that city fluff." I nodded, forcing a smile, but inside turmoil brewed. Why did her presence make my heart race? I'd come here to heal, to bury my confusion under ranch chores, not to face it head-on. That first day, she showed me around, the stables, the pastures, the bunkhouse where I'd stay. Her explanations were clipped, efficient, but every so often, our eyes met, and I'd catch a flicker of something unspoken. By evening, as the sun dipped low, painting the sky in oranges and pinks, we sat on the porch sharing coffee. "What brings a city girl like you out here?" she asked, leaning back, her leather vest hugging her frame in a way that was distractingly alluring. I hesitated, the truth clawing at my throat. "Family pressure," I admitted vaguely. "Needed space." She chuckled softly, a sound that sent shivers down my spine. Space? Or escape? Her question hung in the air, probing deeper than I wanted. In my mind, I replayed my last argument with Mom. "Trinity, Ethan's a good man. Don't throw away your future for whims." But what if my future wasn't with a man at all? As days blurred into weeks, the ranch routine became my anchor, mending fences, herding cattle, the physical labor numbing my thoughts. Yet Valentina was everywhere, her commands sharp but fair, her laughter echoing across the fields. One afternoon, during a storm, we got caught in the barn, rain pounding the roof like accusations. "You okay?" she asked, close enough that I could smell her earthy scent mixed with hay. "I'm fine," I lied, my pulse thundering. Inside, doubt swirled. Was this attraction real? Or just isolation playing tricks? Society back home would call it sin, my family would disown me. But as she brushed a strand of hair from my face, her touch lingering, the dam broke. "Valentina, I." The words died as she pulled back, her expression conflicted. "Don't," she whispered. "This place isn't kind to secrets." That night, alone in my bunk, I wrestled with the implications. Choosing this path meant betraying everything I'd been taught. Family loyalty, moral codes etched in stone. What price would I pay for authenticity? The question haunted me as sleep evaded, the storm outside mirroring the one within. The next morning, tension crackled between us. During roundup, she paired me with her for the day, our horses side by side. "You seem distracted," she noted, her voice low. I wanted to confess, to spill the chaos in my heart, but fear held me back. "Just adjusting," I muttered. But as we rode, her stories unfolded. Growing up in a conservative Latino family, defying expectations to run a ranch, the loneliness of hiding her true self. Her vulnerability pierced me. "I've lost people because of who I am," she said, staring at the horizon. "Friends, family. It's a choice that costs." Her words echoed my fears, amplifying them. Was I ready to lose everything for a feeling I couldn't name? By week's end, avoidance became impossible. At the staff barbecue under string lights, she found me alone by the fire. "Trinity, we need to talk." Her eyes held a storm of their own. My heart pounded. What if she felt it too? The confession teetered on my lips, but before I could speak, she leaned in, her breath warm. "I see you struggling. It's okay to question." Question. It was more than that. It was a revolution against my upbringing. As the night deepened, our conversation turned raw. My parents would kill me, I admitted, tears stinging. They think love looks one way. She nodded, her hand covering mine. Mine did too. Until I chose me. That touch ignited something irreversible. But as we parted, doubt crept in. Was this worth the fallout? The ranch, once a refuge, now felt like a battlefield for my soul. The days following that barbecue blurred into a haze of unspoken tension. Every glance between Valentina and me loaded with meaning I wasn't ready to unpack. Work became a distraction, but even then, her proximity during tasks, repairing a gate, checking on the calves, sent my thoughts spiraling. Inside, I battled the ingrained voices. Dad's sermons on traditional values, Mom's dreams of grandchildren from a proper marriage. How could I reconcile this pull toward Valentina with the life they'd mapped out? One evening, as we finished stacking hay in the loft, sweat glistening on our skin, she turned to me abruptly. Trinity, you're pulling away. What's going on? Her directness caught me off guard, forcing the truth closer to the surface. I'm scared, I confessed, my voice barely above a whisper. Of what this means. Of who I might be. She stepped closer, her expression softening yet intense. And who is that? The question hung heavy, demanding honesty. In my mind, flashbacks assaulted me. High school crushes on girls dismissed as phases. Ethan's proposal met with hollow acceptance. Someone who doesn't fit the mold, I said, tears welling. Someone like you. The admission hung between us, electric. Valentina's eyes widened, then darkened with understanding. Trinity. She reached out but hesitated, the air thick with unspoken rules. Ranch life was conservative. Whispers about those types floated among the hands. What if word got out? Careers ruined, families fractured. That night, insomnia gripped me. I paced the bunkhouse, weighing the costs. Pursuing this meant alienating my parents, who still called weekly, probing about Ethan. He's waiting for you, Mom would say. But waiting for what? A lie I couldn't sustain? The next day, confrontation loomed. During lunch break, Valentina pulled me aside behind the stables. We can't ignore this, she said, her voice urgent. I've felt it since you arrived. But I won't push if you're not ready. Her honesty cracked my defenses. I am ready, I lied to myself, stepping forward. Our hands intertwined. A simple act that felt like defiance against the world. But reality intruded swiftly. That afternoon, a call from home shattered the fragile bubble. Trinity, Ethan's planning a visit, Dad announced. To sort things out. Panic surged. How could I face him with this secret burning inside? Valentina noticed my distress. Family, she guessed. I nodded, spilling the details, the arranged future, the expectations. Her face hardened. You have to choose, Trinity. Hiding eats you alive. Her words stung, echoing my inner turmoil. Was she right? Or was I selfish for considering it? As Ethan arrived days later, the ranch transformed into a stage for deception. He hugged me tightly, oblivious. I've missed you, he said, his eyes full of hope. Guilt twisted my gut. Valentina watched from afar, her expression unreadable, but I sensed the hurt. Dinner that night was torture. Ethan chatted about our future house, kids, while Valentina sat across, her foot accidentally brushing mine under the table, sending jolts. Inside I screamed. This isn't me. But voicing it meant betrayal. Later, alone with Ethan, he proposed again, ring in hand. Come home, Trinity. Let's make this right. Tears streamed as I hesitated. I can't, I whispered finally. Why? He demanded, confusion turning to anger. The truth erupted. Because I'm in love with someone else. His face paled. Who? But I couldn't say not yet. He stormed out, leaving me shattered. Valentina found me crying in the barn. You told him, she asked softly. I nodded. Part of it. She pulled me into an embrace, her strength anchoring me. But even in that comfort, doubt lingered. Had I destroyed lives for a fleeting emotion? The fallout began immediately. Ethan called my parents, twisting the narrative. She's confused, he said. Mom's voicemail was hysterical. What have you done? Come home now. The pressure mounted, society's judgment looming like a shadow. Valentina shared her own scars that night. My family disowned me when I came out, she revealed. Lost my sister, my home. But I gained freedom. Her story inspired yet terrified. Was freedom worth the isolation? As weeks passed, our bond deepened in stolen moments, walks at dusk, whispered confessions. But secrecy bred paranoia. A ranch hand Jake eyed us suspiciously. Careful, he warned one day. Folks round here don't take kindly to that. His words fueled my fears. What if we were exposed? Careers, reputations gone. Yet denying it felt like suffocation. One explosive argument erupted when Valentina pushed for openness. We can't hide forever, she insisted. I won't. I recoiled. You don't understand my family. The clash highlighted our differences. Her resolved identity versus my turmoil. In the aftermath alone, I questioned everything. Was love worth this war? The rift from our argument lingered like a bruise, coloring every interaction with unspoken regret. Valentina gave me space, her commands during work hours professional but distant, while I drowned in self-doubt. Nights were the worst, replaying Mom's calls, her pleas turning to accusations. You're throwing away your faith, your future. Each word chipped at my resolve, making me wonder if I'd made a grave mistake. Ethan's departure had left a void, but not the one I'd expected. It was relief mixed with guilt, a toxic brew. He'd texted. I hope you find what you're looking for, but don't expect forgiveness. His pain mirrored what I might inflict on others. Seeking clarity, I confided in a fellow ranch hand, Maria, who seemed open-minded. Love's love, she said, shrugging. But her casual acceptance couldn't quell my inner storm. What about the moral quandaries? The Bible verses drilled into me since childhood? Valentina cornered me one dawn in the tack room. We need to fix this, she said, her eyes pleading. I didn't mean to pressure you. Vulnerability softened her edges, pulling me back. I'm terrified, I admitted, of losing everything. She nodded. Me too. But together maybe it's bearable. Our reconciliation was tentative, built on fragile trust. We agreed to take it slow, but fate had other plans. A family emergency summoned me home. Dad's heart scare. Come back, Trinity, Mom begged. He needs you. The flight to Chicago was agony, thoughts of Valentina clashing with familial duty. Arriving at the hospital, Dad looked frail, his eyes searching mine. What's going on with you? He asked weakly. Guilt surged, I couldn't add to his burden. Staying a week, I navigated the minefield of questions. Ethan says you're seeing someone, Mom probed. A woman. The word hung like an accusation. Denial rose instinctively. It's complicated. But inside anger brewed. Why couldn't they accept me? Valentina's text sustained me. Miss you. Be true to yourself. Her words fueled my resolve, but confrontation loomed. Over dinner, Mom exploded. If it's true, you're no daughter of mine. Her ultimatum shattered me. Choose. Us or that lifestyle. Tears flowed as I defended. It's not a choice, it's who I am. Dad intervened weakly. We love you, but this. It's wrong. Their rejection cut deep, echoing societal prejudices I'd internalized. Flying back to the ranch, I felt unmoored. Valentina waited at the airport, her embrace a lifeline. How bad? She asked. Bad, I sobbed. They want me to deny everything. That night we talked till dawn. I've been there, she shared. My coming out cost me my inheritance, my community. But I rebuilt. Her strength inspired, yet the price daunted. Was I strong enough? Back at work, whispers grew. Jake confronted us. I know what's going on. Keep it quiet or there'll be trouble. His threat amplified fears, job loss, ostracism. Tension peaked during a cattle drive. Isolated in the wilderness, emotions boiled over. We can't live like this, Valentina said by the campfire. Hiding is killing us. I agreed, but hesitation lingered. What if we lose it all? Her response was a vow. Then we fight for something new. But doubt whispered, at what cost? Betrayal struck unexpectedly. Maria, whom I'd trusted, gossiped to the owner. Inappropriate conduct, the email read. Summoned to the office, we faced judgment. This ranch has standards, he barked. Family values. Valentina stood firm. Love isn't inappropriate. But I faltered, the pressure crushing. Maybe we should end it. I whispered later, regret immediate. Her face crumpled. Is that what you want? No, but fear won. For now, I lied. The separation was torture. Days without her touch, her voice. Emptiness consumed me. Inner monologues raged. Was protecting my world worth losing my heart? Reconciliation attempts failed amid pride. Then a twist, Mom called apologetic. Dad's recovering. We miss you. Come home without her. The offer tempted safety, acceptance. But at Valentina's expense? The moral dilemma tore me. Loyalty to blood versus self. In a moment of clarity, I drove to her cabin. I can't do this, I said. I choose you. But her eyes held wariness. After everything? Trust fractured, we navigated cautiously. Society's weight pressed, but our bond persisted, fragile yet fierce. The fragile truce between us held, but cracks appeared under mounting pressure. Ranch life amplified every strain. Long hours left little room for healing, and Jake's glares reminded us of lurking threats. Inside, I grappled with the aftermath of my family's conditional love. Come home without her. It felt like a bribe, trading authenticity for peace. Valentina's patience waned. We need to decide, she said one evening as we watched the stars from the porch. This half-life isn't enough. Her words pierced, forcing me to confront my indecision. What was I willing to sacrifice? A turning point came with an invitation to a local LGBTQ event in town. A support group disguised as a community gathering. It might help, Valentina suggested. Reluctant, I agreed, the drive silent with anticipation. Their stories unfolded, tales of rejection, resilience. A woman shared losing her job, another her children. Their pain mirrored mine, but their triumph sparked hope. Choosing yourself is the hardest victory, one said. Tears streamed as I realized. Hiding perpetuated the hurt. Back at the ranch, empowered, I confronted Jake. Mind your business, I warned. His smirk faded under my resolve. But victory was short-lived. The owner called a meeting. Rumors are spreading. This affects morale. Valentina defended us fiercely. Personal lives are private. But he demoted her, a punitive slap. Rage boiled in me. This is discrimination, I shouted. His response. Prove it. The injustice ignited action. We researched laws, contacted advocates. We're fighting back, Valentina declared. Her determination reignited our spark, but the battle exacted tolls. Sleepless nights strained alliances. Family escalated too. Dad emailed. We're cutting you off financially. The blow stung. Independence I'd claimed now tested. How will we manage? I fretted. Valentina's embrace reassured. Together. Yet doubt crept. Was love enough against systemic barriers? Betrayal deepened when Ethan reappeared, unannounced at the ranch. I came to talk, he said, eyes pleading. Give us another chance. His presence dredged old guilts. I can't, I insisted. But he persisted. Your parents sent me. They think she's manipulating you. Anger flared. No one's manipulating. This is me. He left defeated, but planted seeds of uncertainty. Valentina overheard, hurt flashing. Do you regret? She asked later. No, I affirmed, but the lie tasted bitter. Inner conflict raged. Had I rushed into this blinded by emotion? A climactic storm hit, literal and metaphorical. Flooding trapped us in the barn, forcing proximity. We can't keep questioning, she said amid thunder. Commit or let go. Tears mixed with rain as I confessed fears. I'm afraid of the pain I'll cause. Her response. Pain comes either way. Choose the one worth it. In that vulnerability we reaffirmed, but reality intruded. Post-storm, the owner fired Valentina. Insubordination, he claimed. Devastated, she packed. I'll find work elsewhere, she said, voice breaking. Panic gripped me. Don't go. But she insisted. I won't drag you down. The separation loomed, a gut-wrenching choice. I resigned in solidarity, packing my bags. We're in this together. But where to? Uncertainty terrified. As we drove away, ranch shrinking in the rearview, freedom tasted bittersweet. What now? I asked. Valentina smiled faintly. We build our own world. But shadows lingered. Family estrangement, societal scorn. Had we won or lost? Months later, in a small-town apartment, we navigated new lives. Jobs were scarce for outcasts, but we persisted. Calls from home went unanswered, the silence deafening. One day a letter arrived. Mom's handwriting. We want to understand. Hope flickered but caution prevailed. Too little, too late? Valentina questioned. The moral quandary persisted. Forgive or protect? Our relationship deepened amid trials, but scars remained. Arguments flared over past hesitations. You almost left me, she'd accuse. Guilt fueled my apologies. Yet growth emerged. I volunteered at support groups sharing our story. Choice defines us, I'd say, echoing lessons learned. But as stability returned, a new conflict arose. Valentina's ex resurfaced, offering reconciliation. Just coffee, she said. Jealousy surged, unearthing insecurities. The meeting ended innocently, but trust wavered. Why now? I demanded. Her defense. Closure. But doubt whispered betrayal. In the heat, I lashed out. Maybe we rushed. Words I regretted instantly. The fallout from my accusation hung heavy. Silence enveloping our apartment like a shroud. Valentina's eyes, once warm, now held guarded pain. If you don't trust me, what's left? She asked, voice cracking. Inside, I berated myself. How could I doubt after all we'd sacrificed? Reconciliation required raw honesty. I'm scared of losing you, I admitted, tears flowing. Everything we've built, it's fragile. She softened, pulling me close. We're stronger than this. But the incident exposed fissures. The cumulative toll of external pressures internalizing as mistrust. Society's echoes persisted. News of anti-LGBT bills. Friends' subtle distances. Is it worth it? I'd wonder in quiet moments. Yet Valentina's presence affirmed yes. Family reconciliation beckoned when Mom visited unannounced. I came to listen, she said, eyes weary. The conversation was tense, revelations pouring. We were wrong to judge, she conceded. But Dad's absence spoke volumes. I introduced Valentina cautiously. This is my partner. Mom's nod was tentative, a step toward acceptance. It'll take time, she said. Hope bloomed, but realism tempered. Full embrace might never come. As she left, promising calls, I reflected. Forgiveness demanded vulnerability, risking further hurt. Was it right? Life stabilized, new jobs in a progressive city, a community of allies. But past traumas lingered, manifesting in nightmares of rejection. One evening, Valentina proposed. Marry me, she said, ring simple yet profound. Joy surged, but hesitation flickered. The ultimate commitment amid unresolved conflicts. Yes, I whispered, embracing the unknown. Planning unearthed debates. Invite family? The choice symbolized our journey. Inclusion versus boundaries. Wedding day arrived. Intimate with chosen family. Mom attended alone, her presence a fragile bridge. Vows exchanged, tears mingled with laughter. Through every storm, Valentina promised. But bliss was short-lived. Post-honeymoon, a job offer for Valentina in another state forced decisions. It's a chance for stability, she argued. Relocation meant uprooting, facing new prejudices. I resisted. We've just settled. The argument escalated, old fears resurfacing. You're choosing career over us, I accused. Her retort. No for us. Compromise eluded, tension mounting. In solitude, I weighed. Support her ambition or prioritize our sanctuary. The ethical bind. Selflessness versus self-preservation. We chose the move, packing with mixed emotions. New beginnings promised growth, but uncertainty loomed. Settling in, challenges arose. Conservative neighbors, subtle discriminations. We fight on, Valentina said, her resolve stealing mine. Yet a final twist, Ethan's call. Congratulations, he said sincerely. I see now, you were right. Closure healed old wounds. As years hinted at unfolding, our story became one of resilience. But questions remained. Had the pain forged unbreakable bonds, or merely survival? In the end, love prevailed, but at what cost? The awakenings, the damages, irreversible. Was Trinity justified in appending her life for love, or should she have conformed to societal norms for peace?